I have 2.5 guys podcast. My bad. I'm your boy Midget,
It's your boy Dos Stacks, of course.
and we back, baby. Another episode 108, I think.
Moving on up.
Rocking and rolling. What's going on?
Good, man. Another successful, productive week.
Yeah. Trying to figure things out. So I get it. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely, man. Let me tell you how my week went. So the first thing I do, I go check the mail. I see a letter from my employer. I'm like, cool. They probably sent me something about, investing in something.
uh-huh.
They're like, oh, um, yeah, we here because we just want to let you know we're gonna start garnishing your wages 25% for the IRS. Like what? Like, do what? I said, hold on, man. I'm gonna make this phone call. So then I call a number. So I call IRS.
Uh-huh.
They're like, yeah, we see that you owe a tax from 2019. So I'm thinking, oh my God, it's probably about $4,000, $5,000, 10,000. Now who knows the interest accrue? That lady said, yeah, it's 141.25. I
Boy,
said,
if y'all don't take this money right now.
man, y'all about to garnish 25% of my check for $141. Just ask for the $141. I said, man, here, man, take this card number. Here go the number to my employer. Man, if y'all don't take that garnishment thing away, I'm like, man, boy, it had me sweating.
Shit. Let me damn cash app y'all this shit.
Yeah, man. I said, man, hey, she's like, you got a number you can use? I certainly do. I certainly do have a debit card number you can use right now. She was like, and all I need is the fax number to your employer. So I got it right here. Man, don't be threatening me with 25%.
Not 25%. After already taxing my shit.
No, that's doggone way more than 141.
God
No,
damn.
come on, fam. Let me live. Y'all trying to hurt me.
Mm-mm.
Luckily, it was a non-pay week.
Yeah, shit. They got a goddamn send all that money to Ukraine. They trying to get back.
Listen, man. I was like, man, for a old basketball check payment from the first school I was at. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess I've got to turn in one of the W.
Stubs, one of W2s.
Yeah.
And fuck them folk. I've been paying. I ain't seen no. I've been paying taxes the past 5 years.
Listen, I have two, but I ain't trying to be garnished over $141.
Yeah, you know how damn everybody be damn excited tax time and shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, good thing these goddamn businesses and shit is sweet.
Listen, boy. It's sweet till you don't get nothing back.
Little hell up. Little hell up.
You ain't get nothing back. So shoot, I just had my first deposit to my business account. Like, ooh, let's see how good this goes.
Bruh, tell you what, pay yourself first and everything that's left over, split it down the middle.
Well, it's just me right now. It's just me, so everything is just me right now. Now, when I start hiring people to, take over, because I'm
Right.
trying to do that before basketball season starts.
Right.
So the jobs I can't do, they can go and knock it out while I'm doing the basketball thing. But
Yeah. Damn right. Make that shit work for you.
yeah, man, got to. So trying to get some experience from old Mel. She know all about it. So,
Right.
but yeah, man, what we got, man? You watched Take Care Maya.
Yeah, I did.
Let me tell you what. When Rose first put that, when she first put that, hold on, put that in the group. Well, put that on Facebook. I was like, Take Care Maya, and it's been flashing across my recommendations because
Mm-hmm.
my docs, Netflix, they do an algorithm. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I start watching this document, and the level of anger that ensues as I'm
Especially
like,
because you a parent.
dog, you mean
Yeah.
tell me I can't see my child because y'all think I'm making up a disease? Y'all think I'm abusing my drug abusing? Like, come on, man.
Look at Midge. I've seen a couple of those CPS workers,
Mm-hmm.
and they have entirely too much power
Mm-hmm. And too much time.
and too much attitude.
And my thing is like, you can obviously tell these people are well-to-do. It's not like, they're struggling.
Right.
They like if they want to buy pills, they can buy pills. So why would I use my child who obviously is in pain, who's obviously having some issue? And then that's the crazy part about it. But man, when I watched the documentary, I said the mother did a selfish/unselfish act. Selfish act.
It
She
was. It was.
it was very selfish because you could have waited the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you had a son, but you also knew that they wasn't gonna release the child to you, to
To
the
you.
husband.
So you got yourself out of the way of the situation. You exited yourself from the equation.
I said, man, come on. So yes, she thought this out. It was selfish and unselfish at the same time. I know that might sound crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like, man, like, and then they released the child, what, 9 days later or something like that?
Yeah, like 10 days after she did the act.
Come on. That's just not right, man. That's the part that enraged me the most. And then the lady who got a special spot in the fiery pits of hell for her.
Dr. Davis?
Dr. Sally, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is. She talking to a little girl like she wants to take the little girl in. Like, this is not your child. And I feel like that was her thing. Like, I'm trying to take these children away from their parents because I want them to be mine.
She give me weirdo vibes, man.
Oh, it was just crazy, man.
She give me weirdo vibes. Like, it's a certain look. Like, that scowl that she had on her face every time you see her?
Yeah.
That's typical of a certain type of characteristic to me.
And then you don't even apologize, to none of the families.
Talk about a gray area.
This is not the only family. You've done this to multiple families.
Man, the numbers were so high in their county all because of her.
Oh.
Like, but Midge, I don't even understand how showing concern for your child should be illegal.
Yo, I'm bringing my child to you guys because I don't know what's going on. I'm not a doctor. So I'm bringing to y'all, and y'all tell me I'm abusing my child? Like, what?
Meanwhile, telling me that y'all don't know what's going on, and at the same time charging me for what I told you what was going on.
And then y'all making notes on the disease I told y'all all about. And y'all tell me the doctor who was actually helping, I had to take out the country, who was actually helping. Y'all telling me he wrong, but instead y'all using his terminology to describe the disease. Like,
hey,
y'all giving her too much ketamine or whatever. Like, what? This is, man.
I'm sorry, Midgie, but
listen, dog.
I'd have been locked up, buddy.
Listen. Bro.
My child coming up out of that hospital, man. For those of y'all who don't know, we're talking about Take Care of Maya. It's about a family who has a sick daughter, and nobody knows what's going on under the doctors. They find a treatment that works, but they have to go out of the country to do it. The treatment works, but it only works temporarily. Right. When they're back in the States, they go to the local hospitals, from hospital to hospital, trying to get somebody to do the treatment that actually worked.
Right.
The mom, being adamant, gets into it with one of the nurses, and then gets into it with the child protective custody worker. This leads to the state taking custody of the child. And they pretty much had that little girl in prison, in the hospital, for 3 months. In the midst of that 3 months, they go to try to pin the mother and father against one another.
Yes.
So pretty much he just offended somebody, and they were abusing their power. And this leads to a long downward spiral to where the mother mentally broke down and she committed suicide.
Yes.
In order to get her daughter freed, because that's the only way they were going to release the little girl if she wasn't in the equation.
Correct. Oh, we might have a special surprise for you. Hey!
Yo!
Now with the headphones on.
Bitch.
After the hiatus.
Look. Scratching and surviving. Okay. Look, got me on this bitch doing speed racing, trying to hurry up and get home. How y'all doing?
We all right. How you? How the family?
Good, man. Last trip from North Carolina. Hallelujah.
Welcome back.
Done.
Yes.
Welcome back. We definitely missed you around these parts.
Look, I miss y'all boys. What we got going on? What we talking about?
Right now, we talking about Take Care of Maya, the one you posted and had me thinking about, and I'm seeing other people posting about.
Listen, got me want to run down on Child Protective Services, and I ain't even got no child.
Bro, can we just think about the gravity of the whole situation? My child is sick, and I take my child to you to get better, and then you take my child from me, and I can't get my child. Like, where? Only in America.
Only. You, and this ain't the first time you tried this. This is multiple families.
Mm-hmm. When they started getting into the other families, I'm like, man, this ain't nothing but another business. This is like prison. You know, certain parts of it is wrong, but hey, the ball got to keep rolling.
Really, you keep my child, you charge me per day. You charge for every medicine, every CAT scan, every exam. Y'all charging me for every part of a hospital visit.
You know what's crazy? Trina was like, well, who's taking care, who's paying the bills for this child being in the hospital? I said, it can't be the parents. So I was like, because she's a ward of the state. Y'all took her away from the parents. So I'm guessing the state's paying for her. But when they get to the end and you see that the audacity to bill them, not only bill them, but bill them with the diagnosis code that you swore didn't exist.
Wasn't real.
That part.
Bitch, the audacity. That
earlier.
Yeah. Are you for real?
Listen, that's my anger grew to astronomical heights. Bro. Listen, man. I just don't understand, where does the business take over the humanity in life?
Man, it's all a corporation.
Like where does the fine line get drawn?
Why couldn't that woman hug her child? A hug.
Why she couldn't talk to her child on the phone, Rose?
Bro.
And then there's guidelines on what you can ask your child.
Right. And then y'all making jokes in a doctor group chat about her unaliving herself.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, couldn't say
we did the right thing.
Yeah.
We did the right thing.
And Sally Smith smirking.
And what really pissed me off was how the hospital went and hired the judge that was above the judge handling the case.
Okay.
To litigate and keep pushing it back, trying to pretty much stall him out.
And then you get to the trial and you say, "Oh, I don't want to hear them speak." Like what?
Like it was so obvious. It was so obvious, man. Like our judicial system, Child Protective Services, and the presets that they have set at these hospitals is scary, man. It's scary, yo.
It's very scary. Let me tell you this, because I had a story, it touched me as a mom, a new mom. When I had Cam, 7 days after I had Cam, she's 7 days old. Cam came 3 weeks early. She woke up and had a green discharge coming out of her right eye. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm showing Trina. Trina's in the eye field. Trina took a picture of it. Like, when I get to work, I'll let my bosses know, they'll let us know if we need to take her in or not. While I'm waiting for that, I'm calling her pediatrician. They won't respond back to me. They won't call me back. When I went to get Cam up from a nap, her eye went from just oozing to her eye being swollen shut and crusted shut. And my baby can barely look, and she won't eat or drink anything. So I'm like, nah, Trina, we gotta go. So they found a pediatric ophthalmologist person that was on call and was like, yeah, go ahead and bring her in. Long story short, this woman came in and pretty much said that only time she's ever seen anything like what Cam had going on with her eyes is if the mother had an STD and that I had an STD. and I had gave a natural birth, so she got it coming through the birth canal. And I'm like, ma'am, I ain't had no STD. But yeah, this the only, like, this is classic from textbook. Like, it's the only other thing that can explain it. And I said, ma'am, you need to go back to your textbook because I ain't had no damn STD.
All right.
I ain't mess with no dang-a-ling. She's saying all this in front of my mama. Now, mama looking at me side of me like, you done, you nasty bitch. You done had gave this baby
You
an
was sneak digging.
STD.
You was sneak digging.
Bruh. Sneak dicking, dog. Trina done bust in from work trying to grab Cam, and mama said, well, they said she got an STD, and that like, and then turn Cam this way like she didn't want to give Cam to Trina. Trina like, give me my baby. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, they had to do a culture on her eyes. My baby screamed, yelled, all that shit. And she had clogged tear ducts because her tear ducts weren't all the way formed because she came early. But that quickly, y'all could have accused me of having an STD and I could have punched you in your
and
fucking
ruin
shit.
your family.
Thank you.
Ruined your whole family.
I could have punched you in your shit or punched Trina in her shit and lost my whole fucking family because you fucking misdiagnosed my child.
Oh my God. And yo, the
Bruh.
sad thing about it is they aren't held accountable for none of that, yo.
Oh,
They can be wrong.
Listen, if I knew what I knew now, I would have sued Atrium Health well before there was Atrium Health when Kennedy was born. Because, you know, Ken came, she was premature.
Mhm.
So when we went to her one of Mel's visit, Mel had gained like 25 pounds in a week.
A week?
Yeah. And so since her last visit, I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say 2 weeks.
Okay.
Either way, it was a large amount of weight. And so, you know, I didn't know anything about preeclampsia. So the only thing the doctor told her was like, oh, just slow down on the eating. You know, I know you have cravings. And we like, so we end up going to, you know, on a little vacation. We went to Florida or whatever. Came back, and so her hands were swollen. Our legs were swollen. Everything was swollen. So we get back here in Rock Hill, and I got to go to work next day. We got back from Disney on Sunday. I'm there. So I get up, I'm getting ready for work. It's about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Mel sits straight up. She's like, my head just hurting, my head just pounding, my head just pounding. I'm like, let me get some Tylenol while I'm getting ready. So she's like, my head just hurting. She's like, don't turn on the lights. You know, my eye, she's like, killing me. I said, well, we ain't even gonna play around with this. Let's just go to the hospital. We get to the hospital, her blood pressure like 190 over 160.
Ooh.
So we like, what? So that's when we found out preeclampsia. I'm like, so this doctor saw the signs of preeclampsia, knew what it was, knew we were first-time parents. We had no clue what I ain't never heard of preeclampsia before in my life.
So hold on. So when she was going to her doctor's appointments, she wasn't registering a high blood pressure at the last appointment she had?
No, she wasn't registered, but her weight, you know, when you
the weight gain.
Yeah, the weight gain was a telltale sign.
Right.
Like, you know, you just don't, no matter how much you eat, you don't gain that much weight in 2 or whatever the time period, like 20 and whatever the time she was going to visit. So long story short, she ended up having Ken that day.
Damn.
We
but
went
you already
in
know. You already know how they feel about us and us giving children and shit.
Like. Yeah. All he said was, yeah, shit. So when we had Elijah, we put him on the do not send us to him list. So the doctor we had, he was like, well, I'm going to tell you like this. He was like, in case of emergency, and she has to give birth, and he's on call, I can't say that y'all can refuse him, but we will try our best not to keep it. So he ended up taking Elijah like Elijah was growing big though. So he ended up taking him like 5 weeks early because he was like, you know, Elijah good. Like, so we'll go ahead and do this so I can be here because I don't want to be on vacation or whatever or not on call and y'all and she going to labor.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the hospital system, man.
It sucks because I just feel like my doctor don't give a flying fuck about me. I can tell in his body language.
And see, my kid's pediatrician like Doc McStuffy. So she's one of us. She looks like us.
Nice.
She don't pull no punches. Like,
right.
You know, like, hey, if they say this, tell them I said this. And she's real nice, but she don't play.
Check this out. In the midst of my hiatus, I've been dealing with, you know, the person that I told y'all about who has an ex-wife that's acting crazy.
Yes.
I now have to go to court on July 17th to testify because this bitch done went and made complaints to the board saying that he's been giving me medications and other shit like that.
You trying to ruin that guy.
Bruh, now these motherfuckers about to be all up in my records. Now I get it. Now, honestly, with him being, I mean, and I probably shouldn't have, but normally when you have a relationship with somebody that can do it, I'm not gonna take my child to the doctor when I know that she just needs some fucking penicillin. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
Hey,
right.
these are the symptoms. This is what's going on. Can you shoot me something? Yeah, no problem. Let me send that over to the pharmacy for you. So he's been doing that for me and my family for like the last probably 2-3 years. I haven't had a regular doctor. I just diagnose myself and have him send my shit in. And now they about to go all in my chart because of this bitch.
They mad because you got the hookup.
So now I got to go to court. And I just want y'all to know this is going to be the funniest shit ever, because when I get on cross-examination, everything her damn lawyer say, I'm going to say, yeah, the same thing that your client do. Yeah, I did that. I drink every now and then, but not to the excess that your client do.
Hey, so Rose, you about to get in there and Nino Brown them. It's bigger than me.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. Look, that man gonna be ready.
Brother from the city.
Look, that man gonna be quick to say no further questions, or they gonna hold me in contempt one with however y'all want to do this. However y'all want to do it.
Hey.
But yeah.
Good luck
but
on
take
that.
care, Maya. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. It's been hitting a lot of people hard because it can happen. Like I said, it can happen to any of us.
Yeah.
Hey, like imagine the people. How many people that we know just from our area who have had CPS called on them just because they got a beef with somebody in the streets or something like that.
Or they see a bruise that a child naturally got playing.
Right. My child clumsy. I can't help that.
That can't come from a fall. That comes from a beating.
That's it.
You know, kids fall. Kids are goofy.
Trina went on a rabbit hole after watching it to go look up Sally Smith because she was ready to go find Sally Smith and fight her. You know how my wife is. And Sally Smith just retired like 2 or 3 months ago. And that's only because they knew this documentary was coming, because you see they asked her and she refused to talk about it. I think they forced her ass to retire because Maya and her family got a partial settlement from suing Sally Smith and the people that contract her, but they're still waiting to go against Johns Hopkins. But yeah, this bitch, all the lives she done destroyed, she just fucking retired in 2023.
They said at the end of the documentary that Johns Hopkins paid their portion of the ordeal.
Oh, they did? Because I thought they were still going to court. And Sally and them paid their part, but they're still holding up. I think the next court date is in November.
Oh, okay. I might have read that wrong.
What you saw, Midgie?
No, sir. I can't remember right now.
Okay.
I watched it early and I can't even remember. But all I know is no amount of money can replace me not being with my mom for the past whatever time. And then I didn't even know she passed until later.
Can we talk about the fact that after she passed, all of a sudden now you release Maya can go home now?
We talked about that. Like I told Doe, I said that was a very selfish / unselfish act by her mother, because she knew it wasn't gonna let my daughter free until I'm out the picture. Now you didn't have to take yourself out of the picture like that.
That's right.
I don't think, but I think your depression, your love for your daughter,
and y'all the one, and y'all were the one that were gaslighting her depression. Y'all were the source. Like outside of her daughter being sick, with y'all, and they knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is, because since I've been dealing with stuff with my mama, these motherfuckers cannot stand if you're educated and you call them out on something, or you know, like, hey, why did you do this instead of da 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 da? Clearly da 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 da. They be looking like who the fuck is you? So
they got a God complex.
That part. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, daddy's an ex-firefighter. So but Beata, was that her mama name? Beata?
Yeah, Beata. Yeah.
Beata. The fact that this woman was a fucking cardiac nurse is mistaken.
Uh-oh. She must be in the country. But yeah, that document is very upsetting, man.
It upset the fuck out of me. Like the longer it went on, the more pissed off I got.
Very upset.
I say, Lord, Rose back. She already sending shit to piss me off.
Listen,
Y'all know I got anger issues, and that shit pissed me off. Like, cause I'm a Libra, so I always put myself in everybody else's shoes.
mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine what that dad was going through. I can only imagine, like, I can only
listen to find
the mother.
to find your wife in the garage, strung up. Well, first of all, his father-in-law found her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your son being in the house, your son sees it. Like that family is ruined forever.
Mm-hmm. So much trauma.
I don't care how much therapy he goes to get. That son at that age, at a very young age, seeing
that's gonna scar him.
He's ruined, man. He's ruined. So I said that's why I said it was selfish and unselfish because she could have found a better way, but I knew she was saying they're not gonna release my child till I'm out of the picture.
Oh, they had her for 90-something days. How much longer could she wait?
Yeah.
I think if the judge would have let her hug her, that would have been enough to suffice. But I can't. I gave birth to you. I bore this child, and I can't hug my child. I can't talk to her without somebody being on the phone with me.
And it's kind of like a little bit of postpartum, even though that might sound crazy that this child was what, almost what, 10, 11?
I mean, but you can call it postpartum because she still had to care for this child like a baby.
Right. So, you look at that like, yeah, I'm parted from my child.
Look, add on top of that, remember they went through what, 5 miscarriages before they had her?
Right.
Like it was like the perfect recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's just all the things.
Like everything that could happen that like I could see me doing so, like, and I'm not suicidal, not one bit, but you can't take my child from me.
Yeah.
Like, listen, man, just the fact that y'all in a group chat trying to convince yourselves
that part.
Thing. They let me know y'all was wrong.
I just want Sally Smith head. Did you see it? And we can get off of Sally Smith after this. I know I came in late. Y'all discussed it. But the fact that woman said I sent her a fucking Christmas card every year to show her the family you tried to break up. And this bitch had the audacity to finally write her back.
And say a gray area.
Gray area. You fucking bitch.
Come on, man. Don't get me upset.
Bro.
Don't get me upset.
Y'all saw what I was sending y'all in the group chat, right?
Yeah.
That was like a little bit past the midway point, and I was genuinely pissed off. I started to cut the shit off.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't got pissed off enough yet. So,
and like it just got worse and worse.
It got worse. After the mom did what she did, I was done.
And I'm the type of person that always look at things in a financial way. You know what I mean? And I was looking at it like this. This absolutely shows you that no matter how much money you have, there's just some problems that money can't solve, man. It's just some things that's going to be out of your control, out of your power range.
There's sometimes nothing you can do about it.
Scary, man. That's real scary.
Yeah. I know Dope probably is not going to do it, but Midgie, if you get a chance, there's another The Accused. Remember I put y'all on Accused on Hulu?
Yeah.
There's another story like this about a mom that was standing accused of pretty much like Beata, saying that she was starving her child, and it was another woman. I thought it was Sally. Me and Tasha Scott had to go and look because me and Tasha just watched this last week. She said Sally was in that case too, but that was a different woman. That woman was Connie. Okay. But they were it's pretty much the same thing. CPS came and got into it and claimed that the mom was Munchausen by proxy and took the damn child from the mama, and the mama was fighting to try to not go to prison, and they was trying to send her to prison for 20 years, dog. So watch that one, Midgie. I think it's season 1, episode 2.
I'll go back. I thought I watched it, but I don't know. I thought I watched it. I'm not sure. What?
Okay. Well, what y'all get a documentary?
Tough. It was well put together.
Very, because they knew the anger it was gonna bring out of people,
and it was straight to the point. They didn't They didn't tiptoe around with a whole bunch of unneeded information.
Right.
And then it caught you up to the current date.
And they didn't include too many people that didn't have anything to do with the story.
Right.
You know, because you can do that sometimes.
They did their due diligence by bringing together all the other families that Sally Smith affected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They did a good job
they did a good job putting a voice to the voiceless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And putting a microscope on the injustices of, you know, the judicial system and CPS and how they can fuck people over.
And they did that.
And these people still fighting. Like all they're gonna do is keep continuing until they run out of money because they Johns Hopkins. They're the biggest children's hospital in the nation.
Right. They got the money to fight all.
They got the long money. They got it.
Right.
So yeah.
That's the crazy thing. But I thought it was good. I go 7-9, 7, 8, 7, 9.
I'm gonna give it an 8. Give it a solid 8. It was real solid.
Just the emotion that took me.
I went 8.5. If they convict that Sally bitch, they'll get a strong 10 from me. I need Sally. Sally dead.
That's the only thing they can find, and they ain't got nothing to do with it. But if y'all can get Sally to admit she was wrong, should I give you 10 all day?
Like there was no happy ending to this one.
Stupid.
Rose, you watched Muscle Mayhem?
Say that one more time.
You watched Muscle Mayhem? American Gladiator doc?
I did. Hey, look, give a disclaimer. I'm in the country part of Sumter. I'm probably like 15 minutes from home, so I'm going to break up. As soon as I get in, I'll try, but if I cut off, it's because I'm in the country.
Okay, yeah, because you're going in and out right now. And I knew you was coming up on it. I knew. Though
yes, sir.
We talk free agency to Rose, get back in the limelight.
It's nothing like the NBA offseason, my boy. It's just nothing like it.
Listen, they handing out some big bucks.
Look here, cuz these boys is getting to a big old bag. If you could average 18, 19.
You got to average 18, 19. Dylan Brooks averaged 10, 12 and got 80 million.
Well, shit, he had to poke the bear to get that.
He got 80 million now. So it ain't about, right now, it ain't about you getting 25 plus or 20 plus. It's about taking you from another team and preventing you from having success. Because look at all these guys from
Milwaukee,
Denver getting a bag.
In Denver. I mean, but Brucey B had to go somewhere else.
Oh, he earned that.
He earned that. You feel me?
He earned that because he came off that bench and was just phenomenal.
Gunning.
He came off phenomenal, like in every game. So I don't know why they didn't feel the need to say, hey.
They couldn't afford him.
You're right.
They couldn't afford him. The most they could have offered him was a 1-year vet minimum deal or something like that.
Yeah. If I go on to get that 2 for 45, yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. Look, I got my ring. Now it's time to get my bag.
I got my ring early in my career. So now I'm just bag chasing.
I got my ring. Let me go ahead and get my bag.
Yeah, that's crazy. So,
and it's only a 2-year deal. So if you go over there and actually perform, you're gonna stumble on a 4-year whoop de woo.
130, like a Van Fleet.
Yo, they gave bag. Hey, a lot of people got their bag. Jeremy Grant.
Mm-hmm. Thomas Bryant, who ain't even play in the finals, got 2 years. I want to say 2025 or something like that from Miami.
You feel like anybody got overpaid?
I felt Austin Reeves got underpaid.
I do too, but
he like LA. He want to stay there.
He knew where he wanted to be.
Right. I get
and where else he gonna get shine like that?
And that's my thing. Like, but you gotta look at Caruso. I also thought Caruso wasn't gonna get no shine once he left.
Yeah, but he ain't getting that LA screen time.
I mean, he didn't get LA screen time, but it's showing that Caruso's a better ball player than people expect.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
Most
so
definitely. Like,
but
but I
mean,
don't knock nobody going to get their bag. You know,
it
that's what
depends
you're there
on
for.
what LA was offering him and what other people were trying to offer. Because now, if other teams offer me like 5 or 6 more million more for the same, I'm gonna just stay in LA where I'm good.
But they never really said what he got offered elsewhere.
Right. And
Like,
if anybody offered him anything.
and he probably didn't even talk to anybody.
You're right. Because he signed early.
Nah. AR was the last signing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first signing was Taurean Prince. Then they popped about the blue and got old buddy from Miami.
They got Cam Reddish from the Knicks.
Cam Reddish popped up out of nowhere. The big center from New Orleans popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He like a young JaVale McGee. Like, but yo, Rob Pelinka cooked.
Yeah, he did.
He cooked, bro.
He realized Anthony Davis is adamant about not playing center. So I need to bring in some bodies that's gonna bang in that post.
And they got bigger too. They got bigger.
So it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about the Chris Paul to the Warriors. I just don't see it fit. I just don't see it fitting, man. Like y'all re-signed Draymond. Y'all still got Wiggins. Looney or one of those guys gonna play your center. You got Draymond.
Strangely, it might work, Mizzy. I ain't saying they're gonna get no ring, but strangely, it might work. Now Curry could play off the ball.
But yeah, you're right. See, Chris Paul pound that mug into the dirt now.
He gonna be playing with the second unit the majority of the time.
Okay, yeah, pretty much.
You know, so he gonna be out there with Kuminga
and this might extend his season to where he don't his injuries.
I wouldn't look for nothing but 40 games out of Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And that would be from coach's decision.
Yeah, I can see him actually playing a full season this year without injury because of
a lot of people got their bag though. Kuzma got a bag.
Yeah. Poole, of course, once he get there, he gonna get his little bag from the Wizards. He already got his bag last year, but
yeah. He already got his bag. He said it.
A lot of guys.
Draymond went back. Middleton went back.
Yeah. Lopez went back.
Yeah. They lost somebody though. They lost somebody.
The Bucks.
Yeah.
Long as they keep that core together, they're fine. As long as Portis come back,
Portis said he want to go to LA. He said it today.
Dame Lillard, is he leaving?
He got no choice. He already requested the trade now, but he's not going to Miami because they don't got enough.
That's what I said. They don't have nothing to trade for. They really don't have anything else that could be worth anything.
You ain't giving up Bam. You ain't giving up Jimmy.
That's it.
Tyler Hero, you don't know what he is right now because
I don't want Tyler Hero because
he overrated and he coming off injury.
He hurt every year in the playoffs. I don't want Duncan Robinson. I don't want none of these other pieces. I don't want Udonis Haslem who retiring. I don't want that.
I don't want none of your G League pieces.
Gabe Vincent got his money.
LA paid him. But I feel like they just did that as a light fuck you to Pat Riley.
I think so too. That's what I said. Like y'all were the first to jump on Gabe Vincent.
Which is a good pickup because they knew they weren't going to sign Schroeder back.
Yeah.
Hey, I see Schroeder got some of his money back. He got 2 years, 28, right?
That still don't equate to what he would have got.
That still ain't that 88 mil because the Lakers offered him 4 years, 88 mil.
That is. Listen, you look at from going to getting 14 a year to getting 20 a year for 4 years guaranteed instead of 2 years. That's all I'm saying, man.
I mean, he got some of it back.
Congratulations, because a lot of guys don't bounce back. Nerlens Noel didn't bounce back. A lot of guys who turn out to big contract, they don't bounce back. So shout out,
bro. Regards to what's going on, if it ain't no guaranteed money elsewhere already signed and say, okay, if you turn this down, you got this. Hey, come on.
Hey, listen, it's just like I was telling these guys who want to go play college basketball. I said, if somebody's willing to offer you, I don't care where the school is. I don't care what the name of the school is.
Mm-hmm.
You better jump on that.
Yeah.
Because if y'all haven't watching the transfer portal, it's about 1,500 to 2,000 kids in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
And if you're going up against guys who have college basketball experience, opposed to you coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Barely the man. So if somebody come in and say, I like you, I give you a free ride, you better jump on that.
You supposed to say, I like you too.
Yeah, you supposed to say, appreciate it, big dog. I got you. Because some kid can easily say, hey, you know what? I don't like it where I'm at. Sign me up. And they can be like, you know what? I'm going to take this red shirt freshman and this real coming in freshman from high school who ain't got no experience. I'll holler at you later, man. Thank you. Thanks for not taking it so quick. So
appreciate you.
Wait a minute. I watched Run Rabbit Run on Netflix though.
How was it? I've been seeing it pop up.
It could have been a very good movie. I say could have been.
Could have been.
Because somewhere in towards the last 30 minutes, it fell flat.
Dropped the ball.
Yeah, so this lady, she lost her father. Her mom's in like a home. She has a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So the daughter is, I'm going to say, possessed by her baby sister. They end up dying. She ended up killing in her, but you find that out later. She ended up putting out, but it's like a possession. So the girl, when she, like the little girl never met her mom, she takes her daughter to see her mom in the home. And her mom is like, Alice, which is her sister name, just, oh, my baby, you're back with me. So her mama ended up going crazy because she lost a younger sibling. And so what I got from it, because her ex-husband also had another new wife, and they were having another child. So the one thing that stuck out for me is she said, I thought we agreed Sarah wasn't having no siblings. So I take it as you don't want your daughter to have siblings out of jealousy. That's why you killed your sister. And so it went from there, and like it's just a lot of creepy things happening. The daughter gets possessed, and it fell flat somewhere.
I heard somebody say that they felt like it was all in her head.
And then that's what, like a lot of injuries she was inflicting on her daughter. They want to say it drove her crazy because her guilt from her past ended up driving her crazy. So her guilt from her past ended up driving her crazy because you don't know what she did. You were like, why is this little girl acting like her sister? And then you see the resemblance when they were younger. And so the little girl kept saying, I'm such and such. I'm Alice. I'm Alice. But I looked up rabbits. In some cultures, they are looked at as symbolizing rebirth.
Yeah, reincarnation.
I might have to go get Elijah. Boy, do not like fireworks. He out there watching. He got on headphones and all, and he not feeling it.
Okay.
He's not feeling it. Yeah, we might have to end this one. Call time on this one for a little bit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we'll get together, man, and figure something out. Appreciate y'all rocking with us for one. Shout out to Ray for coming back.
Partially.
We watched Muscle Mayhem and the Bill Cosby doc, but we can say that for next week. Go over that, and I still was gonna watch I Am Virgo.
Yeah, I started to start it, but it got busy this week.
Okay. Yeah, so but yeah, we'll get to those, man, and we'll reconvene at a later date and time. So appreciate y'all rocking with us. Thank y'all for tuning in, and see y'all next Sunday. Peace.